about some job applications. So could you make sure you take a really clear message for me?
You're looking for another job, but I thought the one you just started, it pays really well, right?
Yeah, it pays well. But it costs, too. It costs a lot. We can fix this.
It's too late, Reva. It's too late.
No, it's not too late. It's not too late for us. I know what you think happened in St. Cristobal, but I went there to save Cassie. Joshua, we have worked so hard.
Correction. I have worked hard. And I'm tired of working alone on this particular project. Reva, marriage is supposed to be about two people, but you've turned this into something else. Something that's different.
Troy? Has been a huge misunderstanding. My sole purpose in going to St. Cristobal to see Richard was to try to save my sister. It had nothing to do with him, Joshua. I thought we settled all that at Club Street.
It had nothing to do with Cassie. You went down to St. Cristobal because you heard Richard was getting married and you couldn't stand it. It was all about your feelings for Richard, Reva. That's why you didn't tell me you were going. That's why you lied to me about what happened up at Cross Creek. You want him? You're still in love with him. Why don't you just leave it?
No, that is all in the past, Joshua. I love you.
But it's not enough, is it? You know what? You don't have to worry anymore about lying to me. Or about keeping things from me while you sort out your feelings. You want to chase after Richard? You can do that right out in the open if that's what you want to do. Because as soon as I get my bag packed, I'm out of here.
48 hours tonight.
This week, Margot Hughes is caught.
What the hell happened?
In her worst nightmare.
A man is dead. You could be in serious trouble, Margot.
Now she's in a fight for her life.
We have to find out who killed Alec Wallace.
With no end in sight.
You can't take the fall for this.
As the world turns on CBS, the #1 daytime network.
Miss Reardon?
Oh, Pilar.
I know that I'm the last person that you want to talk to right now, but I just wanted to let you know how sorry I am that you're going through this.
It's not your fault.
No, it is. I feel like it is. You didn't start feeling these symptoms until after Bill was arrested, and the only reason why Bill got arrested in the first place was because he was with me and because he was involved with my family. So if there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Well, I don't want to be rude, but I think the best thing is for you to keep your distance.
Miss Reardon, this is all Ben's fault. He's the one that set up Bill at Sandcorp in the first place. And I swear, if I had a gun right now, I hate him. I know I shouldn't say things like that. My cousin Ray said that I should try and forgive him. And believe me, I've prayed and prayed to try and do just that, but I can't.
You know, your mother had quite a part in this, too.
Yes, I know. I'm not saying that she's totally innocent. It's just that she's been so lonely since my father died, and Ben uses them. He uses people. That's what he does. He shouldn't be allowed to be walking this earth. I wish he would go to hell, and I want to be the one to put him there. I know. That was a nasty thing to say. I shouldn't say things like that.
Well, if you shouldn't say them, I shouldn't think them, and I have many times, but there's nothing to be done about it?
I know a way to get to Ben where it hurts. To make him lose everything, including my mother. It's just that it's a little risky. Maybe even wrong.
Wrong. Wrong is what Ben did to my son. And everybody else whose life he's ruined.
So it would make you feel better if Ben paid for what he did, wouldn't it? It would ease your pain.
Oh, I want Ben to pay for what he did to my son. But I don't want you to get into any trouble.
I won't. And it would feel so good to do something good for your family for a change. I'll do it. I'm gonna make Ben disappear. For good. For you and for all of us.
Don't make this any more difficult than it already is, Reva.
Why not? This should be difficult. You're talking about walking out on our marriage and out of our children's lives. We fought like hell to get here. And now you're saying it doesn't matter. Look, Joshua, was there ever a time that we didn't love each other? From the first time we saw each other, from the moment we first met, we knew that we were meant to be together. And we still are.
Those words sound so hollow now.
Well, what about a few months ago? When we stood before God and all of our friends and proclaimed our undying love for each other? Are those words hollow now, too?
No. Those words meant something. To me, at least.
Well, they meant something to me, too. You know they did. You can't say that you don't remember that day.
I remember every single moment of that day. I remember every moment of every day since the day we met, Reva. And that's what makes this so much worse. Knowing that wasn't enough for you. Knowing what we had wasn't enough for
wrong.
you.
You're wrong. It is enough. Because that's all there is. And I told you that at Cross Creek. We got it all back then. And it was better than ever. Why can't that be enough for you?
Because 5 minutes later, you had your eyes glued to Richard on that damn television set, Reva. Or was it before that? Were you thinking about him when we were making love? Were you wishing it was him instead of me?
You know that's not true.
No, I don't. I don't know anything anymore because you told me so many lies. And I believed every one of them. Because I wanted to. Because the idea that you could love him and want him more than you love me and want me is like a knife through my heart. And every time you deny it, you twist it in deeper.
For the last time, Joshua. I don't give a damn about Richard or who he marries because I love you and I want to be with you.
You say that now. But all it's going to take is the mention of his name. Or seeing his photo in a newspaper. And you'll be sucked in again. Or even worse, you'll hear that he's chosen a bride, and it'll freak you out. You'll take another trip down to San Cristobal with some stupid excuse, Reva. I don't want to wait around for that to happen. I don't. I'm leaving here. While I still have some small piece of my dignity left.
You don't want to do that. You still love me. You know you do.
Of course I do. That's what makes this so painful. But I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Daddy. Daddy.
you're doing. So I see. You don't want me anywhere near your family.
No, it's not that. It came out in court today that I'm Drew's father.
So? I didn't think that was a secret.
Well, I wasn't exactly broadcasting it, was I? Now, Judge Harris, this guy and I have kind of a rocky history. When he found out that Max might be in my sphere of influence, he almost stopped the adoption.
So this is my fault?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, so you can't be seen with me because I'm tainted and you don't want me to taint your precious little daughter, is that it? Well, let me tell you something, Ben. Your reputation was ruined long before you ever met me.
Thank you. But I have a daughter to protect now. And if Drew had lost the case, it would have been my fault.
And what about me? My 2 children have deserted me because of my involvement with you. When Danny and Pilar asked me to give you up, did I? No.
This isn't the same thing.
Oh, it's exactly the same thing. Ever since Drew has come into your life, you've been trying to distance yourself from me. You're trying to come off like some kind of saint to your daughter, and yet you come back here to me and be the sinner that you are. Well, you can't have it both ways.
You
Ben.
want your children to respect you. I want the same thing.
When I was asked to make a choice, I made it. I stood by you, Ben.
What am I supposed to do? I don't have a choice here, do I?
You could make a commitment to me.
I did!
I mean a real commitment, Ben. I want us to be partners. And not just in business, either. Half of everything I have, Ben. Okay? Think about it. Think of what you can do with all that money and power. Come on, Ben. We'd be great together.
Are you asking me to marry you?
Yes, I am.
That's him. That's Prince Richard, the one that I've been telling you about.
Okay, I've got to get out of here. So, I'm
Mommy, guess what?
I don't have time to talk, sweetie. I'm sorry. I am really running late.
But guess who just saw on TV?
I gotta go. Will you please make sure she has milk with dinner, fruit for dessert, and no cookies this time, okay? I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Richard,
Hello, Cassie.
what are you doing here?
Well, I need to talk to you. It's rather important. It's about your future. May we come in? It's rather chilly out here.
I can't talk right now.
You must be Tammy.
Prince Richard, I just
You know what?
thought
I don't mean
might.
to be rude, but I have to go to work.
Work? But I thought the farm was your work.
You know, excuse me. I really have to go, so if you don't mind.
I came all the way to see you.
Well, then maybe you should have called first.
Certainly you can call your place of employment and tell them you've been detained.
No, I can't call them and tell them that.
Is something wrong? You seem very anxious about something.
Maybe I'm anxious because I don't want to lose my job, okay? I don't have tens of thousands of dollars just lying around like you do, Richard.
Well, as a matter of fact, this is...
And I'm not one of your subjects you can just boss around either, okay?
I realize that.
Well, if you realize that, then maybe you need to know that you just can't expect me to stop my life because you decide to show up on my doorstep. And despite what you say, I know somehow, some way, we're going to end up talking about Reva, so I don't think so.
If you just hear me out...
No, I can't hear you out. I have to go. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Well, I'd say that didn't go very well.
No, I'm sure she'll change her mind once she hears what you've got to say.
Not so sure, Dax. She's very independent, and I'm not at all sure she's going to go for this. Still. Hello. I was wondering if we might come in. Colonel Dax needs to use the bathroom. Thank you. Could you possibly tell me when Miss Lane will be returning? Or better yet, where she works? That way I can drop by myself to see her.
I'm sorry she didn't tell me anything about it.
Tammy, did Mommy tell you anything about where she works?
No.
That's odd.
Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea or something like that.
Well, thank you. That'd be lovely. I've got a better idea, Dax. Cassie's a responsible woman. Certainly she would have left a number where she can be reached in case of an emergency. And yes, here it is.
Teasers 2, this is Earl.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you say Teasers? That's the name of your establishment?
We're a strip club, pal. What do you want us to be called, the Ritz?
Quite right. I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number.
Pilar, what are you thinking about doing?
I just want to get rid of Ben for good, out of our lives. I want to make my mother see him for who he really is. But it's just that it's a little risky.
What do you mean, risky? What are you talking about?
I can't really go into the details right now. But I just want to get rid of him.
Pilar, I don't like the sound of this. Not one little bit.
Don't worry about it. Okay, just concentrate on the thought of getting rid of Ben. And you'll feel much better.
What are you doing here? I told you I don't want you to be here.
Bill, honey.
Look, she's sick enough as it is without you coming in here and making it worse, okay?
It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. He's right. I hope everything goes okay in Switzerland. I'll pray for you, Miss Reardon. I'll light a candle. Grandma, it's Pilar.
Hello, my sweet little girl.
Look, if I go through with the plan against Ben, will you help me?
Always, mi niña. What do you need me to do?
Just do what we talked about, and I'll take care of the rest, okay? You're finally gonna get what's coming to you, Ben. And it's gonna be tonight.
Marriage.
Why are you acting so surprised by this? Come on, Ben. We're heading into the millennium. Women don't have to wait around to be asked. But I will tell you what I am old-fashioned about, this living situation. I've never been comfortable with it.
Oh, yeah. Old-fashioned. And you tried to court me by putting out a contract on me and then tried to seal the deal with an ice pick.
You loved every minute of it. Ah. We're good together, Ben. Come on.
This is a big step, Carmen. This is a very big step. I need a little time to...
Why? What's the downside? And if I may be completely honest with you.
Please.
Well, this is my house, and the business is my business. Technically, I could cut you out at any time. Not that I would, of course. But I know it bothers you, the inequity. And I think it's the cause of some of our problems. If we were married, we'd be equals. There'd be no tensions, no power struggles.
However will we pass the time?
You can have everything you've always wanted, Ben. All you have to do is say yes.
You're on in 10, babe.
No. I can't do it. I'm sorry, Earl, I can't do it.
No, but it's okay. It's okay. A little stage fright's all.
No, it's not stage fright. I can't do this. I'm sorry.
First you come here and you beg me for the job, and now you're telling me you don't want to do it?
Look, I thought I could get back up on that stage, but I can't, all right? So why don't you just pay me what you owe me, and I'll be out of here.
Pay you what I owe you? I got a room full of customers out there. Come here just to see you. What am I supposed to tell them?
Okay, fine.
You owe me.
Fine, all right. I'll work tonight. I'll bartend, I'll waitress, I'll do whatever you want.
Whatever I want? I can go for that. So, you want me to tell you what I want, or you want to guess?
Daddy, no, please don't go.
Mara, sweetheart. Your mom and I were having some problems, and we have to work them out.
But I thought you already did work them out. Oh. You're mad because Mom went to San Cristobal, aren't you? Oh, I should never have told you.
No, don't say that, Mara. You told the truth, and it's always right to tell the truth, sweetheart.
Your daddy's right. This is about us. It has nothing to do with you.
If it has nothing to do with me, then why are you leaving me? Because that is what you're doing, Dad. You're leaving me too. And Shane.
She's right, you know. Well, she is.
Mara, could you go inside for just a couple of minutes, please? I need to talk to your mom. Don't do that. Don't use our children as pawns.
You are just angry because you know she's right. Because you are walking out on them, on this family, out of our children's lives, and it is going to tear them apart, Joshua.
You know, it's funny, but I don't seem to recall you thinking about that when you abandoned them to go down to San Cristobal to hang out with Richard. And Reva, you're still not back. You think you are, but you're not. You're still, part of you is still down there with Richard in San Cristobal.
I am the one here trying to work things out, and you are the one who's jumping ship.
You got a lot of guts saying that to me after what I put up with from you lately.
Well, you know something? I'm not into playing fair right now. I am into trying to save this family and our children because they need you, Joshua. And I need you. Now, I know you're upset about what happened between me and Richard at Cross Creek. But my trip to San Cristobal had nothing to do with that. And you cannot walk out over this because it's not worth it.
I know I'm interrupting, but I really want to help, and I think I know
Sweetheart.
No, just hear me out, all right? What if I go talk to Prince Richard? What if I tell him that he's destroying our family and that he has to leave Springfield?
Mara, Richard is gone. He is in San Cristobal.
No, he's not. He's here. It was on the news. He's here about a wife or something.
Richard.
Mom, it's not on anymore.
Joshua.
I wrestle my case.
No, I only want
Mara.
to sit.
When Shane gets home, would you ask him to call me on my cell phone the minute he walks in?
No, Dad, please don't go.
It's gonna be okay. Only temporary. I'll talk to Shane tonight and tomorrow night or the next night. The three of us, you, me, and Shane, will sit down to dinner and we'll talk about it. Okay, I promise.